In a society increasingly governed by feelings, moral relativism and subjectivity have become the last refuge of the weak and insecure. These are the people who treat truth like it's a buffet, picking and choosing whatever fits their emotional palate and discarding the rest as your experience, not mine. But here's the problem. This kind of thinking doesn't just weaken individuals, it erodes the very fabric of society itself. Let's get something straight right off the bat. Objective reality doesn't care about your feelings. You can wrap it in a $10,000 porcelain plate of self-help jargon and cultural buzzwords, but at the end of the day, poop is still poop. Yet, for the morally relativistic crowd, acknowledging reality is the ultimate taboo. Why? Because it makes them uncomfortable. And when that discomfort kicks in, the manipulation begins. The manipulation formula: duck, dodge, divert. Whenever a morally relativistic person encounters something that challenges their worldview, their response is as predictable as it is frustrating. 1. Straw man. They misrepresent your argument, blow it out of proportion, or simplify it to absurdity. 2. Red herring. They shift the conversation to something irrelevant to distract you from the main point. 3. Ad hominem. They attack you personally because addressing the actual argument is too much work. By the time they're done, you're no longer discussing the issue. Instead, you're defending yourself against accusations of being mean, insensitive, or even morally defective. Congratulations, you've been sucked into the vortex of irrelevance. The psychoanalysis trap. Once their logical fallacies have laid the groundwork, the next step is typecasting psychoanalysis. Here's how it works. They pigeonhole you into a pathology to invalidate your perspective. They frame your argument as a symptom of your alleged defect, not as a valid point. Suddenly you're not discussing ideas, you're defending your sanity. Now they've got you right where they want you, tangled in a web of distorted accusations, while the original issue is left untouched. Meanwhile, their feelings, untethered from logic or accountability, are treated as gospel. If they misunderstand you, it's your fault. If they distort your words, it's your fault. If they attack you personally, it's still your fault. It's the ultimate Jedi mind trick of manipulation. The emotional escalation. Weaponizing feelings. When confronted with the reality of their behavior, the response is often emotional escalation. Tears, outrage, and accusations of harm take center stage, all designed to shift the focus away from their actions. Their feelings become the smokescreen that blinds any attempt at reason. And here's the kicker, they genuinely believe they're justified. Why? Because moral relativism has taught them that their subjective experience trumps all other considerations. It's not about what's true, it's about how they feel. The dependency on identity politics and pop psychology. The sad reality is that many people live in this state perpetually, propped up by identity politics, cultural Marxism, pop psychology, and self-help mantras. These ideologies and tools are the Trojan horses that lend a false veneer of power and validity to their manipulative tactics. Identity politics, a convenient shield to avoid accountability. Pop psychology, buzzwords that masquerade as self-awareness but are really just excuses. Self-help, the endless pursuit of feeling better without ever doing better. These tools aren't inherently bad, but in the hands of the insecure, they become weapons of control. The relationship dynamic, erosion by 1,000 cuts. In relationships, this behavior manifests as emotional micromanagement. Every conversation becomes a minefield of diminutive language and subtle undermining. Over time, this erodes trust, respect, and connection, leaving only a wasteland of moral, relativism, and subjectivity. The result? A perpetual cycle of procrastination, pain avoidance, and deeper dependence on the very drugs that caused the problem in the first place. It's an infinite loop of dysfunction, where the more they try to escape reality, the more trapped they become. The objective, reality, it is what it is. Here's the truth they don't want to hear. Reality doesn't bend to your whims. You can feel, argue, and rationalize all you want, but at the end of the day, facts remain facts. The world isn't interested in how hard you try to redefine it. It is what it is. The path forward isn't through moral relativism or emotional manipulation. It's through accountability, clarity, and a willingness to confront discomfort. Weakness hides behind excuses. Strength grows from facing the truth.